Hey guys, Machines and Metal here. Just working on this Echo trimmer, weed eater, line trimmer, whatever you want to call it. It's an SRM210i model. Now the I stands for, I guess, instant start or intelligent start. It refers to this starter. This is a ratcheting recoil starter, so it makes the machine really easy to start. I don't know if they still make these starters for these trimmers, but this one came with it, so it was called the I model. Otherwise, there's no real difference between this machine and any other SRM210 of this serial number series. Just in case you're interested, there's a serial number 1001919. That's a good serial number. All right, so anyway, this machine came to me. The customer said that they wanted it tuned up. They asked for a new primer bubble, so I've gone ahead and done the primer bubble. I also put a new spark plug in it, guys, a new air filter, and I put a new fuel filter in it. The fuel that came out was pretty bad, guys. It's kind of murky and watery and old and stale, and probably most of the problem with this machine was the fuel that came out. But since we had it and they wanted a tune-up, we gave it a little refresh. Now the last thing we need to do is adjust this carburetor. I tried running the machine. It doesn't run that great. I think it's a carb adjustment that it needs. I'm going to put this camera on a tripod and fire it up for you and show you what it's doing, and then I will show you really quickly how I set these carburetors. It's not rocket science. It's pretty straightforward. And yeah, so I'm just going to get this thing fired up and this camera on a stand, and I'm going to show you what she does. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to show you what this thing does. We're going to turn it on. It's already warm because I was running it, but it wasn't running well. I'm going to show you the problem, and then I'm going to show you how to adjust the carb. Hopefully that's what the problem is the carb adjustment. We'll find out. So this is that recoil start I was talking about. Basically what you do is you pull it kind of casually, and it winds up a charge, kind of. It winds up a spring, and then it once it gets to a certain point, it turns over the engine. So you don't have to yard the crap out of it to start this thing. You just kind of casually, so you can pull it like that. So I'm going to put the choke back on. Starts up. Turn that choke off. See, she doesn't want to rev out. So what I'm going to do is just grab a special tool. This is the tool you need, guys. This starts the project. This is an Echo tool. It's part number 91075, and it's a 2.5 millimeter plug extractor tool. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but the end of that is a very fine thread 2.5 mil reverse thread screw. And what you got to do is on the back side of this carburetor, so underneath of this bubble, there's a little tiny hole, and down inside there's a plastic cap. So if you turn this tool backwards, 1, 2, 3, down into that cap and pull it out. I don't know if you can see down inside there, but there's a little tiny flathead screwdriver screw, an adjustment jet down inside that hole, right down under that primer bubble. Now what we're going to do, guys, we're going to take our little adjustment screwdriver, or jewelry screwdriver. So this one here, super fine little guy. We're going to start this baby back up. Now we're going to adjust that screw while we're revving the engine. Alright, so what I did there is I basically rotated out that high mixture screw about 1 turn, and then I turned it back in about a half turn. Sometimes you get a buildup of fuel deposits inside that carburetor on the tip of that needle, and sometimes turning it back and forth flushes it through, gets rid of it, so the thing starts to run better. And again, I only turned it in about one turn, and then I backed it out about a half turn. Seems to be a good spot. Try starting it again. Runs a lot better than when it came in here. So there's your tip on how to set the high mixture screw on an Echo SRM210i, or not I, pretty much any SRM series that has this style of barrel carburetor on it. Okay, sorry for the rush on that video, guys. I'm just trying to get this done so I can take it back to the customer. I got a run with the van on the road today. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching. So here's just a quick recap at the end of the video, guys. These are the two tools you need. This is the first one. It's an Echo part number 91075, 2.5 millimeter extractor, and you can see the tip looks like a little fine threaded flat bottom screw, kind of like a tap. You need this to thread, left-hand thread, into the little limiter cap to yank it out of the back of the carburetor. And then any old fine jewelry type screwdriver will suffice to make those adjustments. Very fine, very, very light adjustments. You don't want to stick this into that adjusting jet and crank the heck out of it like this. You'll break something. You only want to turn that baby a quarter turn, or a couple degrees at a time in whatever direction you feel is making your trimmer work better. So you need those tools in order to do this job. Without them, don't try it. It's going to be a nightmare. Echo SRM210, how to set the high on the carburetor. Thanks for watching.